So I've been getting a lot of questions here lately about the time of year, what's too early to be, flipping bushes. Everybody wants to come to Kentucky Lake and flip bushes. And I want to talk real quick about just, the time of year. The biggest question I get is, what does the water level need to be whenever I start flipping? Well, the whole key to flipping bushes is you've got to have enough water around the base of that bush in order to get those bites, obviously, to put those fish up there. Well, the TVA, for whatever reason this year, I don't know if it has to do with the flooding that we had earlier in the year or what, but the water has stayed down. I mean, I'm looking at 75-degree water in the backs of these pockets right now. Normally, I'm already looking out deep, for post spawners, and I think a lot of those fish have probably already spawned, but there's the bulk majority of the fish. It's the end of April. It's going on the last week of April right now, and the bulk majority of the fish have not spawned. So there's an app that you can get for your phone. It's the TVA Lake Info app, and that's going to tell you predicted lake levels, what the lake level is right now. And winter pool is 354, summer pool is 359. What you're looking for is the very far outside bushes. So if you look at a place like this, like I pulled in here, and it's still fairly shallow in there, a lot of those fish are going to pull up on willow trees first. And simply because those willow trees are actually, for the most part, are going to be sitting out a little bit farther than the bushes, and the bushes are going to be back behind them. So when you pull in a place like this, and the water is down at, let's say it's 358, which is, I think it's pretty close. It's 359, almost 360 right now. That's what you're looking for. You want that water right at the base of those trees, and if there's any water at all on them, those fish will get up there. Water temps as warm as they are, I mean, they want to get up there and spawn. They're ready to go.
There's a good one.
So generally speaking on the lake, on Kentucky Lake here, talking about water levels. Now I'm up here on the north end today, and the water is at 359. It is almost 360 here in a couple of days. It's going to be 360. So year after year, it seems like if the water is at 359, you have to go south in order to get on any kind of a flipping bite. Whereas it almost has to be 360 up on the north end in order for enough cover to be in the water. So that's what I was talking about, the bases of the willows. So the first thing that these fish on the north end seem like they move up on is those willow trees, because they're hard, and they're, that's the only thing at 359 that those, that's actually in the water that those fish can get up on. So speaking of the TVA app, when you go on your iPhone, your Android, there's an app on there that is called the TVA Lake Info. And what this is going to do is you can actually go in there and pick different lakes down the Tennessee River. We're going to look at Kentucky here, and this is going to show you generation releases. It's going to show you observed data. Predicted data is the one, it's the very bottom that you want to keep an eye on. So midnight elevation 424, that's today. You're looking at 359.79. 425 at midnight is 359.99, and 426 it's at 360. So that magic number is that 359 to 360 is what we're looking for. And that's the most important thing is to look at those lake levels. If you see that you want to make a trip down here and you're wondering, am I going to hit it just right? Everybody wants to come flip the bushes. Keep an eye on these predicted lake levels. The TVA app is really handy to give you those predicted levels. So flipping bushes on Kentucky Lake, some of the main things to remember: is keep an eye on those predicted lake levels. When you start seeing that water creep up to 358, 359, 360 is that magic number. You want to get down here, keep an eye on those lake levels. You know, remember the things that I talked about. When the water's at 358, 359, you'll start seeing some of the willow trees, the bases of the willow trees in the water. And when it creeps on up and gets the base of those bushes, that's the time to come down here.